Ain't worried about nothing. Nigga ain't worried about nothing. Nigga ain't worried about nothing. Nigga ain't worried about nothing.
Okay, I was told that the original TCB is in the building.
Yeah.
But I was also told that they go by the original Faces.
The original Faces.
So we're gonna call them both tonight.
Yeah.
Because some people know them as the original TCB, but I believe their marketing name is the original Faces.
But this project has really been going, has been in the works for a long time. So I guess I'll just start with you first, Sonny. How did this rebirth and you get the original members back together? How did this whole project come together?
Actually, what happened, man, I was checking out the TCB band that was just been playing for, last 3 years or so at the most. And ever since when Polo, better known as Reggie Burwell,
Yep.
went down, man, the band just has not increased their craft, more so decreased their craft. So, I was just thinking, and one day something came to mind that, after pretty much after Sweets had left the band, that was pretty much the end of the original guys, So what came to mind was, what if I pull the guys together and maybe we just do some albums, instead of going out on the surface as far as doing shows and things like that. So I was thinking about just doing some albums, bringing up that old music that made us famous, at this time. But and then the guys came together as far as Neil the drummer came to me and gave me a call, man. And
Neil?
Yeah, was telling me that he was trying to put a project together. Whereas that I just took into it, man, because of the fact that, man, we needed this that old feel back, man, the old feel of music back.
Cisco, for you, big homie, how did the phone call come to you and everything?
The phone call came to me, Sonny called me, was like, look, we're getting some of the original guys back together. You definitely got to be a part of it, the original member. I said, I'm with it. Had a long layoff, as you know.
Yep.
Been in the game 20 years, as you know.
Yep.
Back to claim my throne.
Absolutely. How did the situation with you first getting with TCB happen? How did that happen?
I was down in Met. I'll never forget, on a Wednesday night, seeing Northeast play. Shouts out to my man 32 and Raw, the rapper, as we call him now. And I had the mic, my man Polo, my brother. Get well soon, though. Prayers goes out to his family. When I got off stage, he approached me, like, look, I got this band. At that time, it was called Total Control Band. I want you to be my number 2. And that's how I started, 1998, 99.
Wow. Chuck, for you, Big Homie, how did that happen for you?
Well, man, what happened was, man, just, first of all, man, it was like a blessing that came out of nowhere. Neil came and hollered at me and was like, hey, I got a situation, I need your help or whatever. I said, man, what you talking about? He said, man, I'm about to do this original Faces thing, man. So I was like, me being a youngin' since I was 14 and like 12 years old, listening to Total Control back then from the Dino's Metro Club from way back then. So here from the Neon days from back then, I always been a fan and been like, well, shoot, let me give myself a chance, man, and just do this thing.
Yeah. So far for you, how's it been?
Man, so far it's been great, to work with great musicians, man, and be in like a better position in the go-go game, especially what it's in right now. And for me to be around like great talented individuals, man, it's like a blessing, man. Right now I'm just starting the keys up right now, you know what I'm saying? I got my key in the ignition. I'm just trying to see where they go from there.
Sound like a plan. So just for everybody who's listening, tell everybody, Coach Sonny, Boss Sonny, who all is going to be in this project, the original Faces?
As far as my front line is concerned, my first mic is Chuck, and second mic is Cisco. I have 2 singers versus just one singer, which is one named is Steve, which we do have Steve in the studio tonight. Then we got Dave. Got Dave on the front line, and then I got 3 keyboards, which is Gogi, Chuck, Gogi. Then we got Charlie. Then we got Big B in the back holding the keys down. And then we got KP, the number 2 Congo player in the DC area. And then we got main man Neil on the drums. And then we got Big Baba, and we got Big Sean on the guitars.
That's what's up. Who's playing drums?
Big Neil, Big Neil, Big Neil.
The Neil, right?
The Neil.
Now, but I've had 4 people come to me, tell me, don't laugh at this, how they created Bounce Beat. There's actually 2 people from bigger bands that actually tried to convince me, have a conversation that they created it and gave it to him as if they would create something and then give it to somebody else and go as if I would fall off of this. So I guess for the sake of you guys being here, just tell everybody how, because I actually know the story, you know what I mean, like you guys do. So I guess you could pretty much tell everybody, how did the actual concept of bounce beat music, which you guys created, how did it come about? Because there are people who don't really know the story.
Well, what happened was, actually we were starting, the first thing that we got started was Beat Your Feet. It was Beat Your Feet.
Yep.
And the bounce beat kind of like came from the creation of Beat Your Feet when we was playing at the Hot Shop. And from that point on, we kind of slowed the beat down. We kind of slowed the beat down to get that bounce that everybody, everybody just so much loved when TCB came out with it. And that's really how we kind of created the bounce beat. And what happened was we took from Beat Your Feet, we took that and then we slowed it down. So that's what we created from the bounce beat.
Yeah. And tell me, Cisco, this rebirth, this comeback movement that's going on for you, how has this been? Because you put a lot of work in, big homie.
Man, it's I'm just riding the high right now, man.
Yeah.
It's all different from the Raw Deal days, the Man U, to the Young Groovers days, to the TCB days with Low. Then when I first came back from my journey, I was with IG Band for a minute. Then now I'm with Original Facez are.
Please, I know we got you up here late, so please just introduce yourself. You gotta want you up here. Everybody know you is.
Steve, man, you call me Big Steve.
Big Steve or Little Steve?
Big Steve.
Steve, you know.
We got a gentleman who listens to our show, who supports Go-Go, has a library. He used to be a junkaholic, then he was a backaholic. We call him Go-Go Jesus, Mike. And he chimed in and he wanted us to ask you all about Pitch Black. Because he said, as far as he can remember, Pitch Black was the first band to hit a bounce beat. So I guess he want to know, did y'all borrow the idea? Did they borrow your idea? Or just what's the history with that?
First, I want to answer that thing money first. No disrespect, but I never heard of Pitch Black. That's not true. From the Hot Shop days, like Sonny said, it started with Beat Your Feet. But the original member who started the bounce beat is Neil, the original drummer. That's where the bounce beat started from. It started in Polo Barbershop, and that's how it started. It's just that simple.
Yeah. Okay, now what can we expect? Obviously the original Faces are back. It's on and popping. How would you describe the sound that you guys are about to start really projecting? I guess we can ask Chuck that. I don't want to leave Chuck out of everything. Say about that, Chuck.
What's going on?
Not much. Your voice sounds deep like Chuck too.
Hey, I guess that's what they call me that for, man.
Let's say what's up.
What's up, man? They call me What's Up Chuck though.
Well,
what's up, Chuck?
That's what's up. Okay, so just tell us, like how would you describe what you guys sound and what you guys are about to really do and start doing with this thing?
Man, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying, for me being a younger than being in the game and hearing like how Go-Go has changed from like the bounce beat area, talking about as far as bounce beat area and everything else is going on in the game. It pretty much is bringing what that sound needs, you know what I'm saying? Like it's bringing back some change to the game and what it really needs and set the standards, raise the bar, you know what I'm saying? Make sure nobody can get on our level. That's what we really doing. But as far as what we producing right now, man, it's gonna be a heavy impact in the street.
That's what's up, man.
It's gonna be a heavy impact in the streets, man, because I feel as though this style we got right now can't nobody touch it. Don't nobody know the formula to it besides the originals. You know what I'm saying? So everybody else is, like I said, bounce beat copycats. So what I'm saying is that when they sit back and listen to this, because nowadays you see people playing that bounce beat, they just like, oh, it's okay. Yeah. We about to turn it up to the point that you gonna love every jam we got, man.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta say, cause I can't wait to drop this stuff.
Go ahead, let's go.
And it ain't all about bounce, D-Money and Boosie. We bringing that crank, man.
Yeah.
That old OP Raw Production crank.
Absolutely.
That Northeast crank.
Yeah.
Original songs, cover songs. We got two dynamite singers in Big Steve and Dave.
Yeah.
Dynamite music session. We bringing it all the way around. It's just not about bounce.
Yeah, and we would never really expect anything different. How would you describe the sound then? Since it's so bad.
It's a mixture of, if I can describe the sound, it's a mixture of Northeast when we crank, right? You know, the bounce beat is different formula. And you know, we can play the grown and sexy, we can crank, or we can play for the youngest as well.
Yeah.
So we're a well-round band. You know, and that's what it's about.
Got a question. I wasn't gonna ask this, but I have to ask this because the Blend Show, we ask questions that other people won't do because they scared to do it, and it looks like the fellas here is gonna keep it 1,000 with us. So let me ask you. We pretty much stamped that the sound was the beat your feet, and it transitioned to what was known as the bounce beat. But with the transition, it was a bounce beat sound it transitioned to. What do you think about where the bounce beat is today? Because the transition came with you all. So from where you all started that transition to what it is today, what is your feelings on what the bounce beat sound is today?
I think it's you know, you got the slow bounce. You know, they just switched the bounce up so much, D-Money. Now they play it so slow that, you know, it's dragging. And you know, so I would say, man, they just took it way too far. You
Okay.
know? And if they just would have left the formula like the originators originated it to be, then, you know, people wouldn't have negative thoughts about the bounce beat.
Okay.
They had to try to put their twist on, and that's cool. But you slowed it down too much. Now you made it into an R&B bounce beat, and that's not how we originated. You know, beat your feet. You know, that's why the group is Beat Your Feet Kings. Them guys, they've been on what? America's Got Talent. So you know, it's just, to be honest, they off the wall with it, man. But when you hear us tonight live, D-Money, you'll hear it's unfinished business.
Okay.
Well, tonight.
That's what it is, man. It's going down. 11 o'clock, the fellas take the stage.
Yep.
If you were back there in the shops and you remember it like I remember, because I swear to goodness, and E can testify to this, I used to be with my UCB camp saying, hey, son, I know y'all dapping, I'm like this, dapping Reggie up, even though the band trained, everybody called him Polo, but it was work for me, so I called him Reggie. And you know, always getting well, praying for you. I was like, look, man, it's serious business right here, man. Them dudes is trying to get this title, man. And we trying to hold on, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't worried about nothing. Nigga ain't worried about nothing. Nigga ain't worried about nothing. Nigga ain't worried about nothing.